Hey everyone, in today's video I'm gonna be ranking recent purchases. So I'm gonna be ranking makeup products that I bought in the last month or so, maybe a little bit longer. I'm planning to do this kind of format, this kind of video more often, because I think it's good to give you kind of like an update on the products that I've purchased. Some products I have filmed with, but not all of them I've reviewed fully. So I think it's just good to go back to talk about my purchases and tell you what I thought about them. And also this ranking will also be of products that I've already used quite a lot. So these products are like from December. Some I got more in like the middle of December, but I always want to try them out quite a lot before I give you my final review. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm really excited. Let's get right into it. If you haven't been to my channel before, my name is Marley and I love filming makeup videos here on YouTube. I love doing reviews, looks, swatches, all that kind of stuff. And I also love showcasing all different types of brands on my channel. And I also really love trying out indie brands. So if that sounds good to you, then don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get into the ranking. I have to tell you first, I also got some Colourpop palettes, but I haven't included them in this ranking because I'm planning to do a ranking all my Colourpop palettes video real soon. So I thought it would be nice to kind of split that up, but probably in the future I will just take everything together. But also I have to remember to write down what I bought a bit better, so I kind of have a better idea of what products I bought when and when I tried them. So you will see those Colourpop palettes in another video. One last thing I want to say before we really get into it, none of these products were bad. This month there were no duds. I liked all of these products. There was nothing I really disliked, so that's good. So remember that when I rank these, even when things are ranked lower, it doesn't mean I don't like them. It just means that I like other things better. So the first thing I have here is this highlighter by Give Me Glow. This one is in the shade Late Night Coastin. And this I got on Black Friday. It's a really shiny, really shimmery highlight. And I really enjoy this packaging actually. I just think there's something so nice about this. I really like this magnetic closure. It feels quite sturdy. This one was actually $12 on Black Friday. And for a long time I was thinking about trying their highlighter formula. I was really interested in it. I really like the swatches. And I think it is a pretty highlight. It is for sure. But it's not something I'm gonna wear daily. It's not even something I'm gonna wear weekly because it's such a bright and shimmery highlight. There's nothing natural about this one. Let me just swatch it for you guys. This one is so incredibly bright. There is just nothing like this in my collection. It's so metallic, it's so shimmery. And I do like this from time to time. I do like having this in my collection, but it's just not something I'm gonna reach for a lot. And that's why this one is in the bottom. This formula is actually quite similar to their eyeshadow formula. So if you wanna know if you would like their highlighter formula and you have their eyeshadows, it's something like that. It's really pigmented, really shimmery and really impactful. So yeah, I'm really happy to have this in my collection. I'm not sad that I bought it, but it's just not my most favorite formula. So next up, quite recently I used up a blush. That was the blush by Max Factor in Seductive Pink. This one is a new one. But I also, when I repurchased this one, was like, I want to try another shade. And I actually got this one in the shade Nude Mauve. This is more of a nude tone, a little bit of a brownie mauve. So this formula isn't really new to me, but this color is. And this one made me realize once again that when you love a certain shade in a certain formula, doesn't mean that you have to buy all the other shades. You can't just be happy with the one that you have, because this one just isn't the same as the Seductive Pink shade. It has the same nice formula, it has the same quality, like the same natural sheen on the cheeks. But this color just doesn't do it for me as much as that Seductive Pink does. And the reason for that, I think, is that I don't like nude blush. I feel like I'm the only person on the planet basically that doesn't love nude blush. But I just think that nude blush looks kind of weird on me. It looks a little bit too brown, it looks a bit muddy. It doesn't give me the effect that I want. I personally really love like a flushed pink cheek. And that's not what I can get with this one. So this blush has really taught me that I just love something with a little bit more color to it. That really gives me like a blush to the cheeks. And something that just has a little bit more color to it. So there's nothing really wrong with it, but it's not my personal preference. And that's why it is over here. But I love the formula. I'm probably gonna use it. but I'm just gonna mix it maybe a little bit with other shades. So that's why this is second to last. And then another product where I love the formula, but because of the shade it kind of got pushed a little bit to the bottom. It's this Vicious lipstick, Dreamy Creamy lipstick by Nabla. I knew going into this, I knew when I bought it that I wasn't gonna wear this one a lot, but I just really wanted to have a liquid lipstick in this type of shade. So I'm actually happy that I got it, but I know that I'm not gonna wear it a whole ton. On a day-to-day basis, I just reach a lot for nudes. And this is just exactly the shade that I expected. It's exactly what I wanted, but it's not something that's really gonna be in my daily routine, and that's why it's a bit lower. So I really love this formula. I think it works well in this red lipstick, although when you use this, I would pat it down a little bit so it doesn't get on your teeth, but it doesn't get like all smeary and it doesn't go outside of your lip line. So I really enjoy this formula. It's a nice color, but it's just not something that I'm gonna wear all the time, so that's why it's over here. Then I have this Skin Glazing Blush by Nabla. This is kind of like the same story. I love this formula, I really do. I think this has such a nice healthy sheen on the cheeks and I've used it quite a lot. But I think I love the highlighter and the bronzer that I have just a little bit more, and that's mostly because of the color. Because this one is just a little bit on the warmer side. It seems like it would be more of a mauvey tone, but actually when you apply it to the cheeks and it shears out a little bit, it's quite warm. So for me this is not like a blush that I would use a lot, but I love having a type of blush product in this formula. So I'm really happy that I have this one and I use it quite often, but it's not like my perfect shade. It's just a little bit deceiving when you look at it in the pan, and when you apply it, it's just a little bit different. So keep that in mind when you're kind of looking at the blush shades of this formula. It's just a little bit different and a little bit brighter on the cheeks. I just really hope that they are gonna come out with some other blush shades that are maybe a little bit more my style, something a little bit more cool toned. I would really love if they did that. So I'm really happy that I got this one. I really love the formula. The shade is just not something that I would reach for a whole ton. So that's why it's not like further to the top. And it's also just when I compare it to the highlight and the bronzer, those are just my top favorites. I love them so much, and this one is just good. It's a good product. Then I have some single eyeshadows to talk about, but they're kind of scattered throughout different magnetic palettes. So I'm just gonna show them like this. So next up in the ranking are the Clionadh Multichrome eyeshadows. I have these two over here, Enamel and Tracery, and then I also have this one, and this one is called Glazed. I put this in a little palette that I arranged myself. I wanted to kind of make my own color story, so that's why this one is in here. I did two different videos with the Clionadh Multichromes. One was a first impression and one was a get ready with me, and there I already explained how I kind of feel about these eyeshadows, and I think they are very nice colors, they are very nice quality, they are very glittery and they really have this special quality to them, but I just feel a little bit unsure about them because they seem so different in all types of lighting, and in some types of lighting I really enjoy them and I think they look really pretty, but then in other lighting it feels like it looks a little bit odd, it looks a little bit like patchy. So I've tried all these shades, I've looked at them in different lighting, and I just feel like this isn't something that I'm gonna wear like the absolute most. Even though I'm really happy that I have the Clionadh Multichromes in my collection now and I can play with them a little bit, this is just not something I'm gonna reach for like on a day-to-day basis. I just feel like Multichromes aren't completely for me. But if you do like Multichromes, if that is really like your style, your taste, then I would definitely recommend these because they are really pretty and shimmery. But for me right now they're kind of like in the middle. They're not the best eyeshadows for me, but they're also not bad at all. They are just good, and I definitely think I will use them like once in a while because they are just really special. But like I said, I'm just a little bit unsure about them, and that's why they rank a little bit lower than maybe you would expect because this is such a hyped product. Maybe later on my opinion will change, who knows, but for now I rank them like in the middle. So next up in the ranking, more single eyeshadows. Yes, I've really been on the single eyeshadow kick. I've really been into single eyeshadows and I've really been wanting to add some to my collection because I just really want to start creating my own color stories and just have some options to be creative with single eyeshadows. So I also got a lot of Nabla single eyeshadows. I already did a video with this and I swatched all my single eyeshadows. Some of these are new, some of these I already had. So I have some in this palette. This one is new, this one is new, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one isn't new, but this one is. And then I also have this little palette. I got this little palette for free with my order at Nabla. So I have a lot of the special shades in this palette. This one, this one, this one, and this one are the special shades. This is just a normal metallic. And then I also got this purple shade called Selfish. So my feelings about the Nabla single eyeshadows. I think they're just really good quality, decent quality. There are a lot of nice shades. I'm really happy that I have these. I had to take a little break, so I'm gonna try to continue where I was, but I'm not really sure what I was talking about exactly. But I was talking about these Nabla single eyeshadows. Most of them are really good quality. I really enjoy them. Really beautiful shades. I really like their textured shades. These ones, the celestial ones, are really special. This one was a little bit drier. It was a little bit on the dry side. I was kind of disappointed with that one. Let me see what this one is called. This one is called Dene. I wouldn't recommend that one. I didn't really like that one. It was a little bit dry, but I did like this Alchemy shade. I did like this Nude shade. This one I've used so many times already. This one is so good. This one is called Water Dream. It's really like this interesting shimmery eyeshadow that almost looks wet on the lids, and it's kind of like this topper that you can use with any look. So these are eyeshadows in generally that I feel like I can count on, that I can use a lot. These are really like beautiful cool tone shades that I like, and those shimmers, those really special celestial shades I'm really into. So I was really happy with this Nabla order. I just really love their quality, and I'm just happy that I have some extra singles from them in my collection. I just think they might be a little bit less special than the Clionadh ones, except maybe the celestial type of shades. But I just think I'm gonna get a lot more use out of these, and that's why they were a little bit higher than those. Then next up, I recently got another H&M highlighter. If you've seen my highlighter collection, then you know how obsessed I am with this formula. I really love the H&M highlighter formula. It's just such a nice sheen. It's not glittery. It melts into the skin so well. There's just something so special about this formula. It's just really glowy without looking like too much on the cheeks. And that's just really what I'm going for right now. So this one is the shade Crystal Mauve. This is like a limited edition one. I got this on sale. This is a really beautiful, kind of cool toned lilac-y mauve shade, but it's not too light, and because of that it doesn't look too icy on my cheeks. And I just really love that I kind of have this nude lilac shade that isn't too colorful, it isn't too light. It's just a perfect shade for me, and I've used it so many times already. This is something that can really be part of my daily routine and just spice up the look a little bit, make it a little bit more special and colorful without being too much. So I'm really just enjoying this shade. And I know I got another one. I have a lot of these, but this is just such a nice addition to my collection, and I'm really happy with this one. So that's why it's in third place. And then these single eyeshadows really blew me away. I have them in this little palette. These two over here, the Give Me Glow singles that I ordered. These are just so special. This one is really creamy and really nice. It's like the standard single eyeshadow formula, but this one is just such a special shade. So beautiful. It's like a brown with a green duochrome, but it's so extremely shiny. It's just next level. When I wore this just blew me away. I was so impressed, and that's why this is in second place, because I already knew that the Give Me Glow formula was something I really enjoyed, but this is just something else. And I just like it when makeup surprises me for the better, when it's even better than I could have imagined. So I'm just gonna quickly swatch these shades for you, and you can kind of see the difference between the green one and the blue one. So here is the blue shade. That's so pretty. I really love this color. It's kind of like this blue, purple, royal blue shimmer. And here is the green shade. That one is just so pigmented, so special, and you can easily combine this with more green eyeshadows, but you can also easily like spice up a neutral look. Just put some neutrals in the crease and then put this on the lid and you're good to go. It's such a beautiful shade. I think you could even do like a one eyeshadow look with this one. Just blend it out a little bit on the edges, and then it gets a little bit more like brown. So these single eyeshadows really blew me away. They are so pretty, and I can't wait to do more looks with them. So we have only one makeup product left. We have arrived at first place. So exciting! So can you guess what it would be? Is there anything I've shown on my channel recently that maybe it could be? It is actually what I'm wearing on my eyes right now. It's a Juvia's Place Wahala 2 palette. I did a palette bingo with this one to showcase it a little bit more on my channel. It should be up right now. or it should be up very soon. This is just such a beautiful color story. Such beautiful shades. I just really love these purpley blues, kind of the periwinkle shades and these turquoise shades. I also tried this Multichrome. It was really beautiful actually. I enjoyed it more than I expected. But in general, I just really enjoy the quality of this palette, but also just the color story is just perfect for me. I just love these combinations of shades. When this was first released, I was already really interested because of the color story and the layout. I just felt like I could use this a lot, but it was a little bit expensive. It was just a little bit expensive, but then I got it on Black Friday on a very good deal. I didn't have to pay taxes. And I think I ended up paying like 24 euros for it. So that's like $28. This is such a great quality palette. I just love these colors. It's just really the combination of the colors and the quality. And this just really sparked like creativity in me. I was just really inspired to do looks with this one. I've done so many looks with this one. I just think it's so fun when a palette really inspires you and makes you think of different looks and makes you do different looks that you haven't done before. And it just adds so much to my collection because there are a lot of shades in here that actually I didn't really have. So in my opinion, this palette really deserves first place. I've already done like 5 or 6 looks with it and I've enjoyed them all, and I just love these shimmers. They all have some special quality to them. Some are more textured, some have more like a duochrome. They are just all very different, very nice. Yes, I just really love this palette and it's really a favorite of mine right now. So yeah. That's why it's in first place. So I will link the palette bingo down below if it's already up. So that was everything for today's video. That was my ranking of all my recent purchases. I have to say it was kind of tough to do this because all of these products have their pros and cons. All of these products have something special about them. All of them were good. So it's kind of hard to say sometimes which product is better than another one. And I feel like in the future, if I would rank this again, maybe it could change. If I would use some product more or maybe stop using some others. But I think it was really fun to think about. And I personally really enjoyed doing this ranking style video. I think it does challenge you a little bit more just to think about the pros and cons of the product and how much you actually like them. So I can't wait to do this again in like a month or maybe 2. Like this video if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe. I would love to see you again. And then I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!